Oh my God, and welcome back to Immortal Idiots. And here today we have Henry and Margaret.
Yay!
Hello.
Hello.
Some of you may know Henry from our second podcast.
Our second episode.
From months ago.
From a long time ago.
And also introducing Chips.
Nice.
Oh, that's we talked about not talking in the mic.
No.
Actually,
you talk in the mic. You don't chew into the
podcast
mic.
debut.
That's true. That's true. And we also have Margaret here, who is Henry's wife and amazing
Henry's
woman.
slam piece, dude.
Hot date, am I right, ladies?
Hot date.
That's right. My ball and
hot
chain
date.
here.
Call me.
Well,
So yes, welcome
we all
to our
know what she
podcast.
really is.
We've been
Cunt
gone
dumpster.
for a minute. We still, bro.
The old clunge rabbit.
My friends are so kind. You flatter me.
Actually, I wanted to tell you one thing before we started this, and I completely forgot about it. But yesterday we went down to downtown Rochester to eat at Chomp.
Okay.
And people were skateboarding because there's apparently a skate shop down there now. And I was like, scooter booting. Is that was I scooter booting or is it?
Yeah, scooter
bootin'.
No, it wasn't scooter bootin'. I think it was scooter bootin'. No, it was scooter bootin'.
I think it's scootin' bootin'.
No,
It was
scooter bootin'. It was scooter bootin'.
I love boot scoot.
But he goes,
Yeah, that's
you
what-
have to remember this.
I go-
because half the time we say something funny like this, we don't remember.
It was.
Yeah.
I was that we
Then he
were
wanted to
driving
tell you.
back, and I go, scooter bootin'. She goes, boogie.
Yes, that's right.
And then we listened to that song on the way here.
Yeah,
Amazing.
we also
I
played
know
I
every word to
Spy
that
on the
song.
way here. Which, by the way, where we're
It
at,
was a long drive, wasn't it?
the podcast has become mobile, and we are now at Henry and Margaret's brand new, lovely abode.
Yeah, sorry.
Newly 85% renovated home.
I would
That's
say
right.
maybe that's a
On
very
the nig.
liberal estimate. It's 25% renovated.
Yeah, but the parts that are renovated are pretty good.
Yeah, they are
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
It's
good.
looking good.
I
say-
really like the way your tile came out in your
I
bathroom.
say
Yeah.
renovated as
Heated
in like
tile.
you've painted, you've put up your paneling, you have your floors in, your bathroom works. Like
We can live
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
Got the
important.
Yeah,
basics.
the biggest thing is that you don't have to be around your parents all the time now.
That's
was-
nice.
you
just
guys
about to
can
say
walk
that.
around naked if you want.
That's right.
You can have sex without having to like be quiet.
Yep.
The comforts of home.
We have the comforts of home.
Yeah, for a long
you
time.
got all
the
these
renovations-
windows for everybody to see.
Yeah, the more the merrier.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is like we haven't done curtains. Like really, she's been making curtains.
You know, I was looking around. I was like, I saw that you posted in our Discord that you created curtains.
She made
Yeah.
curtains for the
And I was
laundry
looking
room.
around. I was like, where are they?
They're in the
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 laundry room,
laundry
bro.
room, believe it or not.
the one spot where
place
you
we
probably
didn't show
wouldn't
you.
mind if someone was looking at it.
Well, what if you got to take off your shirt and put it in the washer right then and there?
No,
you know
the real
what I mean?
the real reason is because we don't want to have to look at our yard right now. That
Yeah.
side of the house. This side of the house, I like looking at.
Beautiful.
That
That
side of the
side,
house,
not so
no,
much.
Not
I
so
actually didn't mind your front yard. I'm not gonna lie.
It just
Oh,
we just have a
high
lot
praise.
of work to do out there. That's all.
Yeah.
Like on that berm over there, and just a whole bunch of other things.
Put it in a drain.
Fucking this guy gets a home, and 3 days later he's like, "Yep, that berm."
That berm. To be fair,
berm
it's
out
like
there.
a month later, but yeah.
So we just need like the Home Depot song playing in the background now.
Yep.
Yes, I've been to
Add
Home
that in
Depot way
post.
too many
Wow, what
times.
is this? Dun, 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 whatever it is.
What, the Home Depot?
Yeah. Yeah. Bam, bam,
Yeah, and it, you know,
bam,
I
bam,
don't know. I have absolutely no evidence to back this up. But you know who's? It sounds like the narrator for the Home Depot ads is.
Who?
It sounds like the guy. Did you ever watch? Well, you've seen American Psycho.
Yeah.
Do you remember the guy who is like his friend, who's like blonde, and he's like, "What do you want me to make you some fucking latkes?"
Oh yeah.
That guy, his voice is exactly like the narrator for Home Depot. I have no idea if it's that guy, but
You know, since you just brought up American Psycho, I've been meaning to talk to you about this too.
Okay.
Cruel Intentions.
Oh, dude, I want to see that movie so bad because
Yeah.
I saw a clip on TikTok.
Do you know?
And I'm
know,
like, oh, I
know who
should
that
watch
movie's
movie.
about?
no.
Patrick Bateman's brother.
Oh, interesting.
It's his brother.
Oh, dude.
Oh, cool.
It's his story.
Wait,
And like in the movie, he calls Patrick Bateman. It's not.
That's weird.
It's not fucking Batman. But
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
Yeah,
That's
that guy.
weird. That's
Yeah.
super weird. I didn't know that.
I was looking into it. I was like,
Oh,
Yeah, in the
What?
in the book, I know he has siblings, but he doesn't talk about them at all. Like he says at one point that his brother is like he's staying at his like parents' house or something, or his parents' like resort or whatever.
yep. I think that's where Cruel Intentions takes place.
Probably,
Wow,
yeah.
we gotta watch
so-
that.
Yeah, I don't know if he mentions
there are
his
a lot
brother
of
at all
people
in
in
that
that movie.
but
Like I think Sarah Michelle Gellar's in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Reese
the
Witherspoon,
lead?
I think, is
I
in
actually
there.
haven't even really.
I can look that up really quick.
I don't have my phone on me.
I think
Yeah.
it's Cruel Intentions. I might be getting the name of the movie wrong.
Intentions.
While you're looking that up, I wanted to circle back to Home Depot. What happened to the Home Depot hot dog?
Oh,
Yeah, we're missing
so
that now.
good, dude.
Another thing we can
Costco
blame on
pizza?
Michelle Obama. No, I'm just
Got
kidding.
rid of
she
the
just
Home Depot hot dog.
eradicated the hot dog empire.
The Home Depot dog.
Now all we have is
Home
the
Depot
Costco
hot
hot
A
dog.
single woman and
Still
her
a good
book
deal.
on hope. Defeated.
Absolutely defeated.
think
The
I'm
hot
wrong.
dog
Kids' school
peddler.
lunches weren't
I
enough.
may be wrong.
Yeah, my
about-
oatmeal cream pie is
I don't think
gone.
I saw a fucking
American
TikTok that it was like rating people's
Psycho.
hot dog calls at like a ballpark. Like I don't know if it was
Oh,
like a Yankee Stadium.
when
or
they're
what.
like, hot dog!
yeah,
like
yeah,
the vendors, yeah.
And then somebody like rated them like 1 through 10. And obviously like the number 10 ones were like really lame because they were like hot
Hot
dog,
dog.
hot dog, hot dog or whatever, right? But then the number 1 guy goes hot dogs. Fucking
Puts his heart into it.
Hot dog!
But just like the guy sounds like he just sounds like when he picks up the phone and his mom calls him, he goes, "Ma." That's
Ma,
he
what do you
sounds
want?
That kind
Okay,
of guy.
It's not Cruel Intentions. I apologize.
Oh,
What is it?
We've corrected.
The Rules of Attraction.
that's really fun.
Oh,
okay.
we have that book.
Well, I've seen
Right?
that.
Sorry. And you know who plays his brother?
Just kidding.
James Vanderbeek.
Okay.
The
James
fucking
Vanderbeek.
beak,
Oh,
dude.
really? I fucking-
The beak.
You know who that is, right?
No.
But
That's,
Margaret will be excited that
Dawson.
Eamon Summerhandler is in there.
Oh my God, really?
Yep.
Summerholder
He's one of my
Summerholder,
boyfriends.
But also
yeah.
Dawson,
One of my boyfriends.
Dawson's Creek,
My
that's
boyfriend.
Vanderbeek, right?
It's long distance.
Yeah, so James
Jessica
Vanderbeek
Biel's
is
in it.
Dawson.
Oh, I love Jessica Biel.
Dawson
It's
from Dawson's
the worst
Creek.
character in Dawson's Creek,
Oh,
Dawson.
the dean of Dawson's Creek.
Yeah.
James
No, not the dean
Vanderbeek?
of Dawson Creek.
That Jay Barshalui Bar whatever. This guy.
Bonjour.
I can't say his last name.
Bonjour.
I know, right?
He's in This Is the End.
Oh, I do recognize.
The
Yeah,
fuck you mean,
yes.
Bon
I
Jour?
can't remember his name, but he's in it. There's a lot of people
Yeah,
in this
dude.
movie that are actually pretty good.
We're talking about Rules of Attraction?
Yeah, Rules of
Has
Attraction.
this been around like a long time?
Yes.
Okay.
It's been around since...
I thought you were saying like some new movie was
No,
like,
no,
I was
no,
like,
no,
whoa,
no.
okay.
Well, Cruel Intentions, because I read about it
Sorry,
and I
Cruel
was like,
Intentions,
oh,
I was
didn't-
wrong on that.
I didn't know it was about
2002.
Bateman's brother, because like it was basically like this dude.
Well, this is
at
Rules of
this school-
Attraction.
Okay,
not
no,
Cruel
I'm
Intentions.
talking about Cruel
Okay.
Intentions.
I want to
So,
make sure.
Parallel lanes, Rob.
because when you said that, I was like, oh, I didn't think that's what it was about because I read like the synopsis, and it's basically like this guy that
Strawberry.
it's basically about this guy that like dies, but he has this journal full of like secrets for like every girl in the school. They're like at this prep school classic, and they like slowly get released, but they're all portrayed as like innocent people, but they're really
Yeah.
not.
Oh.
They're like sexual
They're fucking
desires
evil
are in
rich
this
people.
journal, and like
Wow.
it's pretty crazy.
All the cracks.
That sounds good.
It's kind of like Mean Girls.
It is a little like Mean Girl.
Basically,
The
the
burn
plot.
book.
That's right.
That's like that.
Many burn
Yeah,
books.
fuck you mean burn book.
But the plot of the
And he's in character too.
The person who's literally only ever
Yeah.
seen Mean Girls. That's movie's kind of giving me Mean Girls vibes.
Okay, but am I wrong?
When you watch Shawshank Redemption with somebody who's only ever
kinda like
seen
Mean Girls.
girls giving me.
It's kind of like Mean Girls a little
There's
bit.
like a main character, just like in Mean Girls.
It has a plot. There's a 3-act structure.
I'm trying to load
Every
the
movie
synopsis
is
for this
based off
movie.
of Mean Girls.
I had it all.
Do you need our
Thought
Wi-Fi,
out.
dude?
I shouldn't.
Don't say our Wi-Fi code on the
I shan't.
internet,
You
please.
should give
This is my living room.
your whole.
I'll say what I wanna
your,
say.
Your
Yeah.
whole address, soch, everything.
Yeah, make sure
I'll just
that-
read. I'll just read up to the part where it cuts out,
Make
like,
sure
like
that-
a normal person.
When you
You
started
really
the
dox
podcast, you should have
yourself.
been like, we moved, we went mobile, we're at, and then list the address of where we are.
I should have.
Just like dox us immediately. As soon as we move into our
My
new
face
house.
would have been so red. My palms would have been so sweaty.
Bro, all your family members are gonna know
At least we're not live.
because that's the only people who listen to this podcast.
Fair enough.
Hey, you know, respect. We
Wait,
appreciate
no,
it.
what about those people in like Uruguay or whatever?
Oh yeah, we did have some Paraguay
Have
people.
you,
shut
have
up,
you watched
Bro,
it?
okay, so my parents don't listen, but my dad's friends
Yeah.
that he games with that are like
Yeah.
in Canada and
Oh,
Germany.
you mean the 7
listen.
Days to Die homies?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's
7 days
amazing.
that I homies, dude.
They do. They do listen, and they said that I was funnier than my dad.
Nice.
Right on.
So.
But
My
this-
mom was like, "Have you heard Robert's podcast?" It was like literally the day after we did our episode. I was like, "I'm on it." She's like, "Oh,
Oh,
that was awesome."
I love her.
I do sincerely think we need to do another movie one and have
Yes.
my dad.
Yes.
Oh, that's a
I think
great
that
idea.
would be freaking awesome.
If your dad's down, I am
Yeah, he would be.
100%.
We're
to have
mobile
him in
now.
there. Yeah, we
we're
can
mobile.
go anywhere.
We can dox him.
We can die.
We got the kid headset for him.
God willing.
Probably dox himself.
On accident.
Yeah, definitely on accident. You have to edit it out.
Accident.
Well, we
About half the
kind
stuff
of
he
did in
says.
the one episode where it was me, you, Henry,
Me, you,
You
me,
and
me,
Zach?
you.
me, you, and Zach, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I said, fucking did again.
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay.
You're gonna have to cut that
We'll
out too,
edit it out
aren't
in
you?
post.
Did you cut it out of the other one?
No, I just left it. I said, fuck it.
I even said the thing about the teacher in that.
Yeah, so did I too. It's out there.
You can't do that.
You guys might want
I mean,
to take that out.
Fair enough. It's not that much of a dox, to be honest.
Well, we talked about the one teacher.
yeah, we did talk about that. I said that was my one regret about high school.
We said
missed
some
it,
really
wait.
mean things, and
Yeah.
I probably should have taken out. And I was like, just because you went to high school with me doesn't mean I got to be nice to you.
Yeah. Low key, we should probably just delete that episode, but whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll leave it there to
Yeah,
get
for
The
now.
episode one
canceled
and then
later on
Yeah,
in
right.
life.
episode 1 and then episode 3, and you're like,
To continue with what I was saying.
Yeah, read us your synopsis.
The incredibly spoiled and overprivileged students of Camden College are a backdrop for an unusual love triangle between a drug dealer, virgin, and bisexual class.
Ooh.
That's it.
That is a book.
that's Cruel Intentions?
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
All right.
Yeah,
It is a book. We don't
That is a
have-
book.
We don't
Yeah,
have
they
it.
just also made a movie.
Oh,
Can I
thought we had it.
What are these?
those are almonds that are covered in coconut and chocolate, and they're amazing.
Shout out to Costco for catering our event.
Yeah,
Yes.
sponsor us, Costco.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's so lazy.
We're talking about Costco. Their fucking pizza.
Uh-huh. It's great, but afterward you feel like you're going to
Terrible.
die.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
want to talk about a
Got the vibe.
laxative?
You know, for real though. Yesterday I just had we just both had a
That
little
one makes
Costco
me
date.
piss out my ass.
Yeah. We had a Costco date. $3
Dude, Costco
dinner.
dates. We do Costco dates too.
Dude,
Oh,
you
hell yeah.
literally a hot dog and a Pepsi for $1.50 is like
Insane. It's unheard of.
yeah,
Yep.
like it just makes me lose faith in everything. Like it makes me be like,
Absolutely.
okay, well, Costco's the only place to actually go then because they're the only people who aren't ripping
But
everybody off.
let's
just-
break it down. What are you paying for? Are you paying for the hot dog itself, the bun,
Well, the Pepsi is-
soda, the cup, the lid, the straw?
No.
the
Because
packaging.
all the soda, they don't make any money on the soda.
So it's
take a
got to be
loss.
just the dog
Well, no.
itself.
Actually,
Yeah.
I
No
shouldn't
bun.
say that.
Just
I
the
shouldn't
dog.
say that.
Just the dog.
the dog.
You know what
I
I'm
really
saying?
shouldn't say that because, like, if you go to McDonald's, for example, and you buy like a hamburger and you get a drink,
So expensive.
the reason they throw the
For
drink
real.
in is because it's so cheap for them to do that. But
Yeah.
if you buy a drink straight up, that is all profit.
Yeah.
like 70 cents or whatever that you're.
That's
your
why you
drink
got to
is.
go to
But
Taco Bell
It's
for the
only-
happier
it's
hour,
the
$1.
thickest margin of
or however
anything
much
at a
it
fast
is.
food restaurant is their actual soda.
The problem though is like I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. They you could get a pop at McDonald's, and no matter what size it was
$1.
$1.
That's
It's
right.
$1.
Now
That's
it's
right.
$1.50.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God.
they're starting to get wise.
They're creeping
Yeah.
up.
These fucking McDonald brothers
Dude,
are
Wendy's
turning
4
in their
for
graves,
$4.
and they're starting to
Well,
get
see,
wise.
this is the thing that's so funny to me when people are like, "Oh, they raised the minimum wage, so now they're gonna raise the prices of everything." It's like, bro, they have been raising the prices at everywhere,
Yeah.
Everywhere.
since the dawn of time, and we've had a $7.50 wage for like since my dad was in high school.
Yeah.
Yes.
like straight up, like if we hike the prices up, all that's gonna happen is they're just gonna continue to raise
Everything's
the prices
raising
as they
Yeah.
were already doing.
It's
Yeah.
already doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, corporate greed has reached an all-time high. That's for sure.
That's right.
I went to McDonald's yesterday to pick up lunch for my coworker, and I ordered it for her, and she wanted a McNugget meal, and it was $8.99.
Yeah, right.
Dude.
And I was like,
Fucking
but it
getting
was
that
a drink and the
large
fries.
$10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Me
Well,
and my
so-
mom get that for lunch too. $20.
Yeah, on
so
Saturday.
Well, actually 1985.
Again,
Fine.
$3 for a Costco date.
Right.
Not that bad.
But
bad.
what you are paying for only the organs of the pig.
Yeah.
But
the
But
dog.
the pizza, the pizza itself is ginormous.
Yep.
And it's only one size, and it's $10.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
that works.
Yeah.
Costco, what was it? What would you call it? Like the snack bar, like the little
I don't know
food
what it's
court?
called.
The
Cafe?
food court.
Food
Yeah,
court.
Costco food court.
I wouldn't
Thank
even
you.
call it a food. It is a snack
it's, a
bar.
little, it's a little cafe.
But they have like they're the
Costco tiki
only
bar.
people I think in America right now that have reasonably priced food.
The only thing that would make
That's
it better
fair.
is if when you got your hot dog, they went hot dog when it comes out.
Get your hot dog.
Get your dog.
And they have like some dude who's like fresh za, and he like makes the pizza.
Here's
right
his
there.
ass,
Fucking
sir.
spins it on his
Yeah.
hand and hands it to you.
What do you want? I can make
got
that
you.
for you.
What do you want? We got cheese, we got pepperoni. You want fucking mushrooms? This ain't the place for you.
Yeah.
This ain't the place for you.
Walk
You're
back
like-
out that fucking door.
You're like blowing out your mic.
Good.
This ain't the place for you. If you think you're coming in here telling me how to talk into my mic, this ain't the fucking place
the
for you.
fucking place.
Fucking take you and your mushroom order out of here. This is you came to Costco. You came to Costco.
Okay, chill.
Costco. You know.
You're- you're like-
Don't fucking tell me.
Wait a minute. Wait a
I
minute.
literally had to take my headphones off because
Wait a
you were
minute.
so loud.
I think that's why
shit.
Costco's so
Where
cheap. It's
those-
actually the mob. That's what it all means. That's what it all goes back to.
Oh, did you hear about their credit card? We get 2% back.
Oh my god, dude! We
I've
were there.
recently learned about that.
2%.
We were.
Oh my god.
2%.
We were buying. What were we buying?
I got a laptop.
Yeah, you did.
Got a new laptop.
Very exciting.
Oh, finally?
I'm the proud owner.
You're finally not using the one that hot.
No. The one that I have been using since
College.
college.
Oh my god.
She finally
Yeah.
was like, "I need a new laptop," and we were like, "Fine, let's get her one." And
So it's like, let's open a credit card. Let's just do this.
just
the
do
whole
the whole
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like,
Why not,
Oh, you get
right?
2% cash back, whatever. And then they're like, do you want to upgrade to the executive Costco card? And
That's
it's
what I
like,
got.
yeah. And they're like, it'll be this amount and whatever.
prorated, 'cause
But here's-
whatever.
They're like, it'll be prorated because of this and this. Here's the funny part, though. They're like, it's 2%. You're gonna get that today.
Get your check at 2%.
I'm like, do you know what 2% of $900 is? $900 is? It's not that much, bro. Like, you're not getting me like a huge deal. I'm gonna get a check for $12 at the end of the year.
They were
Like,
trying to get us to up our membership, which would be like $40
They're
or
like-
$50.
and
So
then
like you get 2% back. I'm
and
like,
then it goes from
oh my god.
2% to 4%.
I feel
And it's
like
Wow, $14?
Yeah.
That can move. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
If you want to pull it closer, whatever as
Cool.
well.
I feel like
Tech guy.
that
Thank you.
stuff is only worth it if you make a huge purchase. So, for example, my mom recently just had an in-home generator
Yeah.
installed
Oh,
through
nice.
Costco,
Through Costco. Wow, okay.
and they
gotta
they
get one
offer
of
that
those.
service. And she's been a member for a while, but she got $1,000 like
Oh,
back
amazing.
in, like a rebate essentially.
Awesome.
So
Whole grandy boy.
it's a
Nice.
whole grandy for food. Like
I
it,
could go
and
for
it
one of
comes
those.
in like a check form.
That's
so,
cool.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
she
cool.
got a grand
The-
in coupons.
Wow.
Best credit card right now
Mm-hmm.
that I have seen is the one that we were looking at on PlayStation. They have really
Oh,
like,
is it that
it's just a PlayStation card.
Oh, very cool.
No, there's a company they go through now. There's a new company that just started that all their stuff is like entertainment and gaming related. And it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
you get cash back on anything gaming related.
Yeah.
Is that what the Sony card is
yeah,
like?
Yeah, it's exactly
Yeah.
exactly like that. But with the Sony card,
I wonder if they
you
bought
do-
them,
like
'cause they were a
there's-
startup.
They
Maybe.
might have. They might
Yeah.
have because the Sony card. There's a lot of like there's everything that I do. Is
Yeah.
basically I get
Yeah.
stuff back
That's-
for.
yeah, 'cause
So
you
I'm
should-
probably gonna get it eventually.
Literally, the only thing I ever spend my money on is I buy a video game like once every couple months. Like
Yep.
I literally that's
Yeah.
that's the only thing I spend my money on. So it's like there's no reason, and I don't get any cash back for that. Like there's you know what I mean on none of my shit. So
Yeah, and then like signing up, it gives you get like bonuses all the time, and then like I think there was even because Sony has like some reward system.
Yeah.
I think there's like you get something with that too.
I really like the Amazon one a lot.
The
I've
Amazon
been
one's
thinking about
awesome.
getting one of those too.
Yeah.
I have that one.
I like
try
that
to
one a
get
lot.
credit card. Like I have technically only one real credit card right
Yeah.
now, and I want to have at least two. Like go with a total
Impressive.
of three. Total of 3,
Ooh.
and that's it. For
Yep.
like especially for games and especially for like
Dude.
Amazon, so that works perfectly. I didn't know Amazon had a card.
My
Oh,
mom.
dude, it's
oh
amazing.
yeah, it's
Awesome,
really nice.
dude.
It's through Chase, and I like Chase in general. Like their website and stuff is cool.
Very
but then,
user friendly.
Yeah, but then also what's cool is like if you order a lot through Amazon, which we do, you
Same.
get a lot of shit back, and you
Yeah.
also get points on Amazon.
Yeah, it's like a
Yep.
rolling
that you can
thing.
use to spend on purchases on Amazon.
That's
so
cool.
it's like
that
it's
makes
kind
it
of nice.
that makes it so much worth.
Like
it.
I read, like I've been reading the Berserk comics, right?
Yeah.
And like I just use that money because like we'll buy like $100 worth of stuff, and we'll
Yeah.
get like I don't know $5.
We'll do the delayed shipping, so we get like the promotional credit, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
we can use that on Kindle, and it's like there
and
you
then
go.
yeah, use it on the Kindle. Like I get a
works. That's
manga, like
perfect.
Yeah.
it costs like nothing.
yeah.
I was gonna say definitely getting a credit card for something or from somewhere that you go a lot
Right.
is worth it. Because like I have an Old Navy card, and
There you go.
bitch, I shop at Old Navy all the time. Plus they have their
It
sister
shows.
companies is Gap,
I'm just talking about you.
Gap, Old Navy. So I mean I shop there a lot.
Where's
and I
your
shop-
underwear from?
Yeah, why don't you pull those out too?
Speaking of
your shirt.
doxing.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they're from Meyer.
All right.
It's kind of hot.
And like,
Because she's
like a
cla-
6-pack.
Because she's a classy woman.
I'm classy.
That's
dude.
right.
Yup.
Classy
Yup.
in my granny panties, dude.
I'll be honest. That's where I get my underwear. Walmart and Meijer.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Hanes.
wear underwear.
It goes commando most of the time.
Ever since the balls dropped, buddy.
But anyways, I shop there a lot,
They
and I
hang.
I get hella rewards back from Old Navy, which is really nice. And you can use your rewards at the other companies too.
Oh, cool.
So they're part of Gap, Athleta, Banana Republic, and I think they have like another store. But
How is
Old
that
Navy's
not
the
a
best.
monopoly?
What?
It's
They have so many stores.
Who?
well, they didn't buy
Old
them; they
Navy.
just created them.
Well,
And
I
that's
mean,
not a monopoly,
considering
right?
that two companies own everything in the
Yeah.
entire country, like
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. It's fucking
Right.
weird.
It doesn't matter. That-
I'll talk
Not
to him for you,
anymore.
Rob.
all that shit is.
Say, hey, this is right.
And it's so funny because you learn that in high school.
Hey,
Hey.
dude. No.
Like in
Yeah.
high school, they're like,
In
"Oh yeah, Teddy
economics.
Roosevelt, trust busting, and all this shit." And it's like, look at how rich Rockefeller was compared to and now he's whatever. And it's like, dude, we are living in a time when the richest person is the richest person who has ever existed ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like people are
Yes.
like, oh yeah, no monopoly, whatever. And it's like just everything's consolidating around us. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like
crazy.
you go to the grocery store. There's like literally. Have you ever seen those pictures where it's
Yes.
like you go to the grocery store and it like shows you what the actual options are?
Yes.
Yep.
And it's like every single thing in the snack aisle is Pepsi. Every
Yes.
single
Yep.
thing in the bread aisle is like some
Oh,
company.
We tried to buy a 12-pack of pop, just classic box of soda, right? $8.99.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Insane.
We're starting
It's
to
fucking
get
insane.
starting to get older. Can you tell because we're talking
Yeah.
about grocery
We've
shopping?
been
and how
talking
much
about
shit costs.
grocery. Yeah, we've been talking about credit cards,
Yeah.
grocery shopping, and that Costco has the best food
Fast
court.
Dude, I have this
Yeah.
mad Roth IRA that
Oh, nice, dude.
Actually,
you know what a Roth IRA is?
stocks and bonds, my bro.
stocks and
Roth
bonds.
IRAs.
I was gonna say, fucking. You know what you just reminded me though of is the fact that my mom in the 90s and early 2000s, when companies started to figure out that they could, because I mean they had done this forever, but they really started to. That's when they really started at like JCPenney and
Yeah.
Macy's and whatever to be
Yeah.
like, would you like to get a credit card so you can basically get
Yep.
this item for free?
Or
My
agree.
mom would do it like every time.
Oh.
And so like I remember one time my dad was like, we have like 50 credit cards. We have to get rid of these. And we, like I remember one
Yes,
night my
dial it
mom
back.
was like literally she spent the entire night just like cutting credit cards up
Aw.
and like doing all that and like canceling all this stuff and whatever. But it was like because they were pinching pennies like big
Yeah.
time for a while. So it was like she was actually getting a lot of really good deals because it
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, oh yeah, because I mean at the time it's not like it is now where they're like, you want to save $10 and get a credit
Yeah.
card for the rest of your
they
life.
They did some crazy stuff at the early 2000s.
Yeah,
for
it was
credit
like,
cards.
would you like a car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you have to do is
Enter to win
use
a
this
car.
credit card
Right.
Yep.
everywhere, all the time, forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
Well, so when I worked at Banana Republic, my pitch for the card, because you always had to ask about it, and it was
Yeah.
literally like a whole ass point system, and it was stupid.
Yeah.
But my pitch was, especially during like our really good sales, like we had this one called Friends and Family, and it was 40% off the entire store
Wow.
or your entire purchase.
not
Sorry.
bad.
So it's like you have the store is on sale, and then you get an extra 40% off.
Oh, right
of
on.
the sale. But then if you
Like
open the
20 bucks,
card,
dude. That's nice.
opening the card gave you a 10% discount, so we would add it on. So then it would be a 50% discount off of stuff that's
Wow.
already on sale. So it was a super good deal, and people would be really apprehensive about it. And I go, listen, this card will close out after 6 months of inactivity, so you literally can just pay it
and just never
then
touch
forget
it again.
Yeah.
And they'd be
That's
like,
actually really nice.
oh, okay. Like that would usually like it seriously like
Bro,
the timeout was 6 months. So and people will be like, okay. And one time I feel really bad. One time I got this college student.
Oh, no.
That was like, I don't think she really understood
How
the
it works.
concept of a credit card.
Yeah.
And so she was like, yeah, I'll do it. And you have to like enter in your income
Yeah.
and stuff
Right.
like that. And, which probably wasn't a lot. I think it was like under 20. And then when I watched her punch it in and then it declined her and I was like,
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll give you a discount anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
crying,
because
like-
you felt bad.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah,
bad.
she just tanked her credit score for like a month.
Yeah,
dude,
for real.
like-
Yeah. By the way, this will drop your credit score
don't
from 1 to 0.
Yeah,
part,
right.
part of me is like, I don't even know if she had like she was still in her debit card stage.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
Yeah.
like, no credit card. But that was the way to do it, is to just open it and then forget about
They
it.
Yeah.
used to hound people at like colleges and shit and like high schools
yeah.
and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I think that there
Yeah.
was like a law or something.
Yep.
I don't know if it's a law or what it is, but
Probably.
I know that like at some point there was a lot of stuff in the news about like kids
Minors.
straight up, not
They
necessarily
didn't
minors, but like
realize.
18-year-old,
Okay.
20-year-old,
Really
whatever.
young adults.
super young. You have really no concept of anything. You live with your parents still.
I think it was just no concept of like API or like not,
Right.
APR.
Yeah, right.
Like if you get this today, you'll have a $5,000 credit limit.
Yeah.
But with a 60%.
Yeah, if you're late on your payment,
Well,
it's
dude, that's-
60%.
Dude, like look at everything now. Like buying a house, 8% interest rate.
That's
like
insane.
even credit
Insanity.
cards are crazy
That's
now.
so bad.
Everything's crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
Speaking of things that are crazy, we should ask Henry about his game.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was part. That was.
Yes.
Where
No,
we were
we're still
going
gonna
today
stop
with
by
this.
being grandpas. Grandma and grandpas.
Fair enough.
here.
Yeah, we could be.
We could talk about
I
your
thought
Now
about
it's like
rounds
very
out the credit card talk.
kid-like for a second.
So, what was your cost list for that?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What's
you
your
itemize?
budget?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So who's building the little figurines?
Yeah. Yeah.
You whittling those yourself?
I am not. I'm not. Dude, actually, you just reminded me. Noah made a joke the other day. I said something about whittling something down, and he goes, "It wasn't a whittle. It was a watt." I was like, fucking okay.
Like, yeah, no.
It wasn't a widow. It was a watt.
It was a watt.
Yeah. So the game is it's pretty cool. I guess I haven't really talked about it on the podcast at all, have I?
No, it was still in the middle stages
Yeah.
when we first started back in April.
So we've been working on a tabletop game called Through the Stars for, well, it's been in concept for probably like almost 2 years now, but it's been actually worked on for about going on a year. And it went into the playtesting phase in, I think that was in June, because it is July.
Yeah. Right.
So
in June.
just because like we have
Yeah.
this podcast is called Immortal Idiots, and I'm sorry, but you guys are probably idiots. Explain what playtesting is.
Yeah, so
Beta testing.
so the first thing that we did was it's a tabletop RPG, so basically it depends on who you ask, but like balancing is somewhat important. It's not super important. Like if you play Dungeons and Dragons, for example, if anybody's played Dungeons and Dragons, you will know that it's 2 different games. It's a game when you're level 0 or 1 through like 10, and then after that it's just redonkulous. Like everything's just like broken, and you're basically like a superhero at that point. So this game, there's a lot of things this game does that's trying to like counteract a lot of the problems with really crunchy RPGs.
Gotcha.
By crunchy I mean like really stat heavy.
Got you.
And so anyways, for playtesting, actually really what we're trying to do is get game feel mostly. We actually did a little playtest yesterday with the Dreadnoughts. So it's a sci-fi game, so there's like giant spaceships. And
Nice.
the Dreadnought is like your Starship Enterprise, like big spaceship, right? And so we're trying to test like how many hit points your spaceship should have, which are called hull points in the game and stuff like that. So yeah, we're just figuring all that stuff out. And so yeah, basically playtesting is just like beta testing for a video game.
Got you.
You and a team wrote the whole game. And
Yeah, so Han and I
Shout out to
primarily,
Han.
Shout out Han.
Yep, Han and I.
Dude, we love Han.
Yeah,
Han's the homie.
He's the homie. Yep,
Gotta love Han.
we gotta get him on here
Soju.
at some point.
kiss on the lips for Han.
He did most of the game design. I would say he and I kind of shared game design at first, but then it really like took off, and he really did most of the game design.
Yeah.
I did all of the like writing to the
you bring it up for
background,
the
the
class,
setting,
Andy?
and all that stuff. And then he and I have kind of shared the manual writing, because there's a lot of like technical writing that goes
Yeah.
with it. That's like, this is the stat and this is how you do it, right? And
Like its function.
right, and then actually Margaret was happy enough
Your
to
girl.
proofread for us.
Nice.
Which was
Yeah.
the first copy, which actually it's really funny because that was about a 75-page copy. That was the first edition, first version of the game, and it's creeping up on about 120 pages now. So
Wow.
this is about to be a very large book. But anyways,
cool.
so
A lot of love.
yes, and then Tristan. Shout
Shout
out
out
to Tristan.
Tristan.
Or if you're looking for him on Instagram, it's Oryx Conceptual, Oryx Conceptual. He is just a phenomenal artist, and like just literally
Yeah, he is really good.
he has absolutely no like limit. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like every time
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's really fucking
this is gonna
good.
stump him. He's like, no.
Well, like the concept art that you're posting is
Yeah,
really
on
cool.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
right.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
really
So
cool.
speaking, I should probably say like how to get to that. That's
Plug your IG, babe.
Yeah, right. So I think the Instagram is at Latent Arcana. I think it's just Latent Arcana, but it might be Latent Arcana Games, which is
Margaret will see it.
LATENT.
Yeah, make sure to send
ARCANA.
this stuff to me. I'll put it in the
Okay.
Check out Henry's game.
The stuff too for
Yep.
when we post things on this.
And the easiest way to actually like check us out is to just go to the internet and just literally just type in latent LATENT Arcana ARCANA.com, and that'll take you right to our website. You can go to the manual from there.
Cool.
You can check out the people who are included in the project. You can check out a whole bunch of information about the book. You can check out the
The
business.
soundtrack?
You
The
can check out the
soundtrack.
soundtrack, which Noah wrote.
Another shout out to Noah.
Yes, which he's
Nice.
another person who is creatively, like, literally just incredible.
And
Noah
remember,
did our,
it didn't take a whittle. It took a
A
lot.
lot.
Yeah, shout out to Noah for that.
Yeah. Well,
High
no,
five.
he did our intro
Yeah,
song.
he
for the
made
podcast.
our intro song
Yes.
for the podcast.
And I paid him $50 for that. So I was just going to say really quick, that was way worth more than $50. But the thing is, see,
I got forehead kisses too.
Well, no, I told him, I was like, I know you're worth way more than $50, but I'm going to give you $50. Consider it a discount because, and I'm going to
Seed
consider
money.
it a discount because you're literally attached to all of my other future
Wee-wee.
projects. So.
The Instagram is Latent Arcana Games, by the way.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
So just games after what I said already. But yeah, so
It's a pre-developed game. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it looks really good.
yeah.
I've only gotten through like half of the stuff in the,
Yeah,
in the
it's-
website.
Yes,
it's
same.
How many
Actually.
players?
You can play with up to 10 people theoretically.
nice.
Oh, that's cool.
We haven't tested that yet, but I would bet money that you could.
Yeah.
I never
So
played with a group
is
of like
it
5,
it's
6.
similar
Yeah,
to
5-ish.
like Dungeons and Dragons, or is
Yeah.
it like a board game?
Nope.
So it's similar to Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
There's so I guess there's a couple different things. Honestly, it's really easy to explain it, like in terms of Dungeons and Dragons, because what D&D does is it has like classes, right? So you can be like a wizard or whatever, and then D&D also has very specific like proficiency bonus and all this
Yeah.
like stuff that you add, and then
Yeah.
each weapon has its own damage and stuff like
Right.
that, right? So this game, basically the idea is it's like narrative and it's not focused on the crunch. So the idea is there are no classes. Instead, the leveling system is like passive. So like as you're playing the game, whatever you're doing, those skills level up as you play.
Oh, cool.
And then, which is all handled with like this post-session thing that the GM does, the game master. And then, you go from there, and you also have what else? What's nice about that is that a lot of times what happens in D&D, anybody who's played D&D knows this. Like, you'll be like, okay, I want to be a rogue, and then like you start out
Yeah.
as a rogue, and then like literally 2 sessions in, you're like,
You're
I
like,
hate this,
Yeah.
right? And
At my D&D
so
character.
what's cool about this game is that, let's say you decide that at the beginning, so you put all your points in reflex, which is like the sort of dexterity, agility, that kind of stat for the game. If you decide that you really don't like doing those things, you can start doing the other things, and those skills will level up too.
cool.
So eventually you'll become whatever it is that you really want to be.
Kind of makes me think of Skyrim.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's based on the idea. There's actually another game called Call of Cthulhu. It's another tabletop game.
Oh,
That's
that's,
a
a
good
good one.
Yeah, so that one, there's a passive leveling system in that we kind of based it on.
Cool.
The other idea behind this game is that there's actually no math. So the only math you ever have to
Oh.
do is subtraction
Yeah.
of
User-friendly.
endurance points and stuff like
Gotcha.
that.
D&D is math heavy. I mean,
Yes.
it's
Right.
simple addition and subtraction, but I mean,
And I love that
yeah.
about D&D,
Yeah.
but the thing I don't love about D&D is when you get to level 10,
Yeah.
right? Combat takes forever. Like, you
Yes.
literally sit in combat, and I don't want to get down this super long road about talking about the game, but like basically
We can.
Yeah, I know.
We can. I've
like-
been wanting to talk about it for a long time.
Well, and we
Same.
can make it more general too. Like, there's other games that are like that as well. It's not just role playing games. Like, there's a ton of games where
Yeah.
it's like
Combat takes a while.
It takes a while to get
Yeah.
through combat, and like
XCOM.
right, and like D&D, the problem is it can be a slog. You can have players who get bored. That happens a lot. Like, you'll
Yeah.
have one player who's like not paying attention, right?
I'm
Right.
not hiding my face right, now.
Right. so the idea behind this one is, since there's no math and there's also very limited numbers of like different things you have to remember and like do math with.
And it's just D6.
It's very simple. Yeah, it's all a D6 based
Yeah.
game
Oh,
too.
cool,
So
cool,
like
cool.
literally
that's nice.
accessible.
It's very accessible.
Nice.
You can still, you have fancy dice, but they're just D6s.
Yep. So everyone
Um,
knows. Yep. Like you said, they're dice. D6 means a 6-sided die.
Yeah, there you go.
is that just normal
Also
dice?
explained in the
Yes.
It's just normal
1 through
dice.
6.
It's also in the manual. It's in the manual.
Yeah, but yeah. So, anyways, basically the whole philosophy of the game is it's about the story and the story that you're trying to tell as a group, and and it's all set in a completely original universe, like completely original galaxy with a ton of world building. I mean, like literally years of world building that I've put into it.
Yeah.
So it's very
Your worlds have
handcrafted.
always been so cool too.
Yeah, I think
incredible.
this one's pretty cool. I think this is my favorite thing I've ever made. Like honestly, creative
Mine
endeavor
was
wise.
that unless it's the same one, the one that you were working on when we would always go to Florida.
That's
That
that's
big
actually
blue.
There's actually a thing.
Oh my
that's,
god, that thing was sick.
Yeah.
He was like telling me about it one time. I was like, "Whoa, I would love to read that."
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's actually a thing similar to that. It's really funny. So when I met Tristan in high school, I found out that he was like really into like surrealist art, world building art, and whatever. And I was like, okay, this is dope. Like I need to talk to you because I am trying to come up with an idea for this character or this like alien in the game that in the book that I was writing, this short story that I was writing, and which became a short story, but it was originally a novel that I was going to write. But I was also like 14, so you know how it goes.
Yep.
Anyways, he was like, "Oh yeah, sure, I can help you with that." So he like drew this thing, and I was like, "Oh, this is incredible! I love this." And then like we just kind of fell out because I got sick and stuff, and then like some stuff was going on in his life. Life happened. And we just never really like reconnected.
Yeah.
We talked like over the phone once in a while, and then like literally what happened was I was working on the game. He like texted me out of the blue or something, and I was like, "Bro, I have to tell you about this thing that I'm working on." We started talking, whatever. Anyway, some of the stuff that he made for that, we kind of repurposed for this game. So that's kind of cool as far as the art goes. So it's been really cool. It's, there's lots of different races of alien and things you can do with. You can be literally you can be a pirate. You can be a freaking, you can literally just be some random guy. Like
Yeah.
You could be Henry and Margaret.
Right.
A human boy.
Right. So it's, and
I want to be a little human boy.
I think it would be really fun.
That's what we did with Austin. We played D&D.
we played D&D. Yeah,
He
shout
was
out
a human.
fucking Austin, dude. When we played,
He
that
still
was
needs
so
to get
fun.
on this.
Dude, I was so mad because, like, low key, I was like actually pretty mad because we all got together and then you guys got wasted.
Yeah. Oh, was that the night that we were all there?
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah. We got to like the beginning of like the
Like
game.
round one.
I don't think we made it to round one.
No.
What we made it
I had,
to
like,
was
prepped
our
so
characters.
much.
Yes.
I had prepped like so
We let you down,
much.
babe. I'm
man.
sorry.
Everybody
Yeah.
got so drunk.
Shout out to my character, though. I was a stripper named Cinnamon Stiffwood.
Still one of the
Awesome.
greatest character names
Yes.
ever.
Yes,
Yeah.
tiefling.
It was and the biggest bummer is that like I just came there and I really wanted to play D&D.
Yeah, you
Right.
actually wanted to play. I know.
and everyone like 90% of us
Yeah, you-
were just fucking around.
I think you got a little high, but that was it.
That was
You
just
were
a little
fine,
bit.
Which
Yeah,
that's
just-
like
just a smidge.
Yeah,
That's
just
so
to like
funny.
get into it.
yeah,
Like, that was-
just so I could focus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's a very reminiscent of when we went to Traverse City last year and we all tried to play that one game and we just couldn't get through it
Yeah.
because it was so complex. It was
It's
like
very
a duel or
hard.
something like that, and Austin was just too giggly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, you couldn't do it.
I
couldn't
love
do it.
Austin.
Love a good Austin
I
giggle.
love Austin, but if it doesn't involve a controller, he's not gonna.
It's that, but it's also like I think what I've learned about Austin too is like if he isn't like fully engaged,
Yeah.
Yes.
you can kind of tell right away.
Yes.
And it's like at that point, if you're trying to like make the vibes right, you should just like steer it away.
Yeah.
Because like the thing is like if he just isn't into it, he just like fucks around.
Yeah, he's just gonna fuck with you the whole time.
Like for example, when we hang out with people, like this,
Yeah.
he does the same thing. Like when you hang out, and he's gonna hear this, and he's gonna be like, "Yes, that's true." when we fucking,
he's listening to the podcast.
That's
He can't
right.
watch
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, 'cause he's
Fucking
fucking
blind as a bitch right now. Dude.
Eye ointment.
because what he does is we get into a group, and he's like, "Okay, I don't really know these people super well," so he just fucks with everyone.
Yeah.
It's my
Yup.
favorite thing.
And it's like because
He's so funny.
I don't know what it is, but
Oh
like
God, he really is.
whatever that feature of your personality where it's like, when I'm in a new setting, I can be my own person.
Yeah.
He just cranks that way up.
Yeah,
to 11.
he takes
And
the fucking
he just
knob
fucking
off.
like I remember, dude, my favorite one of my favorite ones was when we were
Austin fan club right now.
when you had Skylar and her friends over, and we were playing Cards Against Humanity, and he kept stealing that one chick's cards, and she was like, "Did you just steal my cards?" And he's like, "No, these are mine." and he's just like straight up like deadpan, like no.
Okay, see, that's what I love about Austin
Yeah.
is that whatever,
nails it.
anything that comes out of his
He nails
mouth,
it.
serious or not, it's always deadpan.
Yeah.
and
Yep.
it just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh.
It's his
so
again. It goes
hard.
back to what it always goes back. Delivery. His
Yes.
delivery
Yep.
It's- yeah.
is
Incredible.
fucking on point.
I know. Yeah.
Because the first time I met him was when we were at Traverse
Yep.
City.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
on the
Oh,
car
right on,
and we
yeah.
played Crazy Frog.
Oh
and
yeah,
that,
just banned you.
You did not stop laughing.
Dude,
You thought that
she
was
was
the
all
funniest
have
thing.
that.
It was
Yeah.
so good.
Everybody has
Yeah.
a moment like that with
And
him
that's
where
my
it's like
moment with
unforgettable.
Austin.
Yeah,
It's
mine
so
is
funny.
mine is when we were working together, and there's that fucking commercial that comes over the over on the riff,
Yeah.
and it's like the fucking Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram commercial.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it goes Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. So we were driving, we would be driving around. Like we almost crashed like 3 times. Like just because like we both go Ram and we fucking just start
just
dying.
Yeah, dude.
Like every time we were in that fucking tight car, dude,
Yeah.
he
Yep.
just had
Yeah,
bangers.
he
I
was.
know.
Well, he was in the middle too, so he was like wedged between
Yeah,
me and
yes,
Rob.
dude, that's the
and
best.
he was singing "Irreplaceable" too by
Yeah,
Beyonce.
he
That's the
was.
best.
And he knew all the lyrics, which I thought was
Yeah.
awesome. And then we went to Crazy Frog, and I think we were really giddy too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
because we were tired, and I could not stop laughing. And I felt weird. I was like, I need to stop laughing
Yeah.
at this guy. Like he's gonna think I'm weird, or Rob's gonna get confused.
Yeah,
He's incredible.
I love her so
He's gonna be
much.
like, oh, she's in love with Austin now.
Yeah, I was like, oh, guess she's Austin's girl now.
I also would
damn
say
it.
join the club.
Who isn't in love with Austin?
That's right.
I'm in love with Austin.
Bro, like I said, this is Austin fan club.
Yep.
We love you, Austin.
Yeah, love you,
man.
Austin.
He's so funny. Anyways,
we've
back
all
to
seen
the
his
game.
dick at this point too. Like,
Yeah,
That
yeah. You guys saw his full-on cock and
did
balls.
we told you that story, right?
And now we're telling the world. I'm very excited because he should never have told me he started listening to this.
Yes.
Like he's been telling me about how he's
Oh,
listening to it. So now
Well, this is how we test him.
Yep.
This is how we test. If he says anything about it,
Dude, this shit was so funny.
We told you. I told
Did
you.
we tell you the story?
know about
Okay.
it.
We
Jessica
won't-
was
we
showing
won't
you
tell this-
something, and it
yeah.
was basically nude. Yeah.
So
Well, she thought it
funny.
was the one video where he wasn't
Yeah,
nude, but
yeah.
she had a video.
He just full out walking out flaccid, cock and balls, and we both go,
What the
oh,
fuck? Like, it's so like I
she
started
goes,
thinking
"Oh,
about it.
oopsies."
Yeah, she just goes whoops,
Whoops.
but doesn't move her hand.
No, she doesn't care.
She doesn't
Yeah,
give a
she's like,
shit.
whatever.
And like that's what I was thinking about. I was like, this video is like in her like camera
Yeah,
roll
yeah.
of like in her gallery of
Yep.
pictures and videos, and I was like,
God.
what the fuck else does she just have in
Oh.
there that she does not remember
Yes,
about?
all kinds of things. I'm sure.
Well, there was 2 videos, and she just picked the wrong one. She couldn't
Well,
remember.
then she tried to show us again, and it was
And
the
that was-
same fucking video.
And that was after.
Oh, it's this one. It's this one. Dick
This is-
again.
yeah.
That was after we had done wine tasting too, so we
Ah.
were already.
Yeah,
like,
we were
External
lit.
factors
Loosey-goosey.
are
We were
Yeah.
loosey goosey.
Where'd you
That's
guys go
so
wine
funny.
tasting? Was it good?
Michigan, and
They were trying to
by the
come on to
bottle.
you guys. That's what it was.
Yeah, they just want to fuck us.
Uh-huh.
Probably.
Guaranteed.
they're
I understand. I mean, we're pretty fucking fuckable. So
I would say so.
I guess.
as
When I'm not in pain.
as Jax from
Especially
Vanderpump
when you're
would
in
say,
pain.
Oh, dude,
hot
I
people
gotta watch
fuck
that.
hot people, dude.
Yeah, people fuck hot people. Mhm.
I am dying to watch that. I've
Dude,
heard so many
Margaret,
good things about
it's-
it.
We've kind of taken like a hiatus just because
Yeah.
we've been busy, but we have been religiously watching at least 3 or 4 episodes of this show like every night for
Oh,
the past month.
we finished
I
a whole
salute you.
season in 2 days.
You are my
Yeah.
people. I love it.
Is just so
Dude, if you ever see us on, just
Good.
jump in, dude. We're watching.
Okay.
We're watching reality TV while we play games.
Right on.
well. It's just
It's
We
easy.
talked about it in
Yep.
our last
It
podcast.
is.
It's just the concept of like just these servers.
Yes.
They're literally servers.
Yeah.
And
That's
they're
it.
also kind of part-time models, but they literally work at a fucking restaurant.
Yeah.
Most of them
Yeah.
are not part-time models.
Right.
And
It's like
that
two.
was
They're LA
what
people,
pulled
so-
Yeah.
me.
Well, they're Michigan people.
Well, only 2 of them.
Well, only 2 of them, but a lot of
some
them are not
yeah.
from LA. They
I see.
moved to
Yeah.
LA.
I see.
Midwesterners or Easterners who are
Yeah.
like trying to go where it's happening.
Trying
Yep.
to go where
Yep.
it's happening.
Trying to be models,
But-
whatever they become
So
restaurants.
it's, but it's
Yeah.
not. But the best part is, and this is my favorite part of this show, is that so we've watched Love Island, we've
Dude,
watched
I
Love Is
love
Blind,
Love
or
Island.
we watched a few reality TV shows together. They're all in their 20s.
Yeah.
Well, they look like they're in their
No,
40s.
okay.
But that's
We'll
what
go
I'm-
back to
but
that.
We have a
that's,
theory.
but that's what I'm saying. Like all the Love Island in their
Yes,
20s,
they say
Love
they're
Is
in
Blind
their
is in their
20s, yeah,
20s. Vanderpump.
Yeah.
Everybody is
Like 30.
approaching 40.
Love it.
So they're like
And
well
they're,
past.
yeah,
like,
they're well
Yeah.
past being
It's
this fucking
excusable.
dumb.
Yeah,
so like
right.
the show's been going on for at least 10 years. I think it started in 2013
wild.
and
Yeah.
it's still going. And a
Yep.
lot of the people in the show were 30
Yeah.
or like
Jesus.
33.
I
So
see.
now they're like
So now it's like
45
40
big
something.
So now
part
we've got-
pretending to be.
Like,
Yeah.
We've got
biggest-
40-year-olds broadcasting their borderline personality disorders
Yes.
on
God.
TV.
like the
it's
person
crazy.
the person
Where can I watch?
the people right now who are mostly in the headlines right
Yes.
now was
Ariana and Tom.
Ariana and Tom Sandoval.
Scandoval.
Yeah, Scandoval.
Yeah.
It's
See, I'm hip.
Scandoval.
And
Oh,
yep, Tom
Which is like
Scandoval. But like for sure they are in their 40s now.
God damn.
Nice.
I think they're close. I think
Props to
Tom,
them for
Tom is
making
definitely
years
in his
and years
40s.
of
Yeah, that's what I'm
content.
saying.
But
It's hard.
Ariana, I think she's
Ariana's a
like
little
close.
younger. And I'm just gonna say this just in case she ever listens to this. You are the hottest one on that show.
Yeah, that's his free pass.
Nice.
You're-
Nice.
No,
Wait, so
she's
who's
not.
yours?
She's not my free pass. I think
Oh,
she's the hottest one on
Oh,
the
is
show.
she just like one of your
There
girlfriends,
is-
like Ian?
Yep.
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's your
She's-
actual free pass?
My actual free pass is one of the managers.
Oh,
From the same
the
show?
restaurant.
Yes, from
yeah.
the same show. So
Not
we were
Lisa
watching.
Vanderpump,
No,
right?
not Lisa Vanderpump.
Oh, it's
But
definitely. Mine's,
love her, though.
Mine's
Oh,
Vanderpump.
for sure.
Mine's Lisa
I
and
believe
Ken
you. I
together.
believe you. Oh, dude, I love him. He's amazing.
Isn't
But-
he amazing?
He's an
Yeah,
icon.
He's an icon.
Yeah.
I watched-
I want to go into a
I
piece
rewatched
about
Real
him.
Housewives. of
We're
Beverly
gonna
Hills.
watch that next.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
need to watch it
We're
because
gonna
they're
watch
Well,
iconic.
I
They're
keep
amazing.
seeing like clips between Kim and Kyle, and I'm like, I need to watch
Yes.
this
Yeah.
fucking show, dude,
Yes.
because Kim just seems
Why don't we just
like
take a break
such
on
bomb.
Vanderpump and go watch
They
that
had
then?
what
Kim.
was that the same show? They had the what's her face on there, the
Finish our
actress.
season, then do it.
Yes, Denise Richards.
Yes,
Yes.
they had her on there.
What?
And
Yeah.
she was like
Is that the-
really weird.
Is that the dinner table one?
Yes,
Yes, I think
yeah,
so.
because I was like, why does she?
She
She's
was
an actress.
super
Like, why is she on
strange.
the show?
That's
because she was like
strange.
they were like talking about sex. The whole like crux of the drama in that part that I remember
That
is
season.
With each other.
they were all talking about sex or something, and her like teenage kids are around, and she's like, "Don't talk about that around them." And it's like, bro, they're like saying "fuck" like on the date.
I'd be like, this
Like-
dude's in Pornhub like
Yeah, right.
90% of the night.
That's all that's in his history.
Bro,
It's
if they are not, if they're in high school and
They're
they are
jerking
out
off.
of middle school, they're
They are fucking
They're familiar.
I know.
destroying their genitals.
yeah, dude,
absolutely
mutilating
pounding
themselves,
away.
dude. Yeah.
But dude, Real Housewives is great. I was
Absolute
watching
butchers.
that a long time ago, and it was right before I had a job, like a full time job. And Henry came in the room, and he was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "My training videos, dude."
My training
Yeah,
videos.
that was when she was just she
My
was still
training videos.
My training videos.
still looking for
I need
work.
to know how to
and
host a
stuff.
dinner party for 10 of my best girlfriends.
Also,
I laughed so hard.
so
at
much
that.
drama.
Yes.
But
But it's a good. It's just like what really pulled me in is the fact that they all work at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Because like
Yes.
if anybody's ever worked at a restaurant, you know that there is drama about
Always.
who's fucking
which we
who.
both
Yeah.
And
did.
I
even no matter how small it was, even
It's the
working at
same
Burger
experience
King
everywhere.
was fucking dumb.
Doesn't matter where you are, it's the same experience everywhere. Any
Yep.
any close to minimum wage job or minimum
Yeah.
wage job,
Absolutely.
like, you're
Need
gonna have
something
that
to do.
same.
Yep.
And so it's just the drama's crazy, but they all have like crazy
Shit
like
going on.
mindsets and crazy shit going on. And
Yeah.
like a lot of the times Rob and I are just like, yeah, what do you expect to happen when you do this? Like
Yeah.
Right.
the consequences of your actions are very real.
It just
Yeah.
makes sense. Like
Like
you did you did X, Y, and Z. Well, A, B, and D are gonna happen.
Right? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being like it's hard for me to imagine being like 40 something like for sure.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh,
even
TV
harder
show?
for me to imagine.
Love Island. You were going to say about that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, let me finish what I was going to say.
Okay,
really quick.
sorry.
But yeah, like it's hard. It's harder for me to imagine being that
Jumped the
age
gun.
and being still so like
Child?
immature as like
Intertwined.
Right.
Because like
Absolute
I'm not already, I'm
infant.
already not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So like what I have no idea what I'm going to be at like 40 something. But like
They're
what were
still
they
stuck
like
in
when
that
they were
mode.
younger is my question.
Oh,
Are they
yeah.
are they the same or
Probably.
have they advanced? It's just really slow. You know what I
Very
mean?
slow.
Right. They're going to be
Very
like
slow.
60 and they're going to be like a 20-year-old.
Well,
Yep.
and definitely,
Yeah.
I think that they're being fed lines by the producer too.
For
to
sure.
obviously
yeah.
make the show
It's a
more
TV
It's
show. There's
100%
got to be
watchable.
producers
Yeah, right.
making
But
it happen.
all the
Right.
same, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's
These
also,
producers are fucked up.
That's what I was gonna say about fucking Love Island, dude. I don't
Oh,
know if you've
huge
watched that
fans
show.
of Love Island, by the
Love
way.
that
Only
show.
like a
Anyone not-
couple episodes.
Love
I've
that
never
show.
watched
I
like
talk
an
about
entire
it all the
UK
time.
version.
We've watched full
Yeah,
seasons.
UK version.
Yes, and it's
I dressed
The
up
UK
for
one is
the,
great.
the first the watch party.
It's fucking
I had
great.
a hat on and a little microphone. Oh, my bikini. I was like, "We're doing this." I
Yeah.
got a tropical picture
And
behind me.
That's awesome.
and it's
fun.
it's
Grafting.
fucking awesome, dude. But what's what gets me every single season, is you watch it and the people come on there and you're like, no, you are not 21.
Yeah, hell
You are
Full
not
boob job.
fucking
Like-
21. Full boob job, lips, everything.
Nails,
And
the
the
whole-
men are even harder to
Yo.
believe, because I see the
Yeah.
men and I'm like, all right, this guy has a full-on beard. He's got all this shit going on.
Yep.
Every
He's
muscle's
full-on-
defined.
He looks like
Jacked
he's been
to
doing
the
P90X
nines.
for
Yep.
10 years.
Yeah.
And he's fucking,
P90X.
and he's supposed to be 18 or 19. Like,
Yeah.
fuck no.
Get out of here.
They're all
Hell no.
26, bro.
My belief is that they are all lying about how old
Yeah.
they
Oh,
are.
totally.
Because I think actors and actresses and models and stuff probably do that anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine
shave
that
off
they
a couple
are-
years just for.
they have to be lying. There's no fucking way that
There
they're
can't be.
Well, British people are built different, so
Oh, are they?
I think so.
They get a lot of work done.
It's the healthcare.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
There
the
it is.
superior
It's
healthcare.
that universal health care
Lack
that
of
makes
dental.
them look.
Lack of
Old.
dental.
Well, that you know,
Yes.
the other thing about it is like, I also do think it has to do with the fact that like they all modify their bodies so much.
Yeah.
Like the women especially, it's really sad. Like their faces and shit are so puffed, and like it's just like, God,
Yeah.
that looks really painful.
The one thing, like, I understand, like, filler.
Yeah.
Everything else, I
But
don't.
also like to the max.
I
Like,
would
it's
say
not
my
Like
filler.
cheekbone filler,
It's
like stuff like that.
Cheekbone
Yeah.
filler.
yeah.
Love,
Love.
listen, babe,
Listen, babes.
listen, babes.
Yeah.
I come over here. I'm trying to talk to you. I
And
fucking
you just
shake your
yelling, you're
boyfriend's
fucking
head like a
yelling in my
fucking mug.
face.
Yeah.
There's actually on
Vanderpump.
Vanderpump there is a guy that's British. And
Yeah.
His name is
Oh.
James, and he's
Dude, he
he's the
calls
son of
himself-
one of Lisa's friends.
He's actually he's the son of somebody who's actually famous. I can't remember his name right now.
Tony Hawk's kid.
No, fucking his uncle is cause you gotta have faith, the faith,
Oh.
the faith.
George Michael.
George
Yeah.
Michael?
No
Oh,
way.
Fuck yeah.
That's what he
actually
said
dope.
on the show.
Right
oh,
on.
yeah, you're right.
Like his cousin or something.
That's really
I don't
sick.
know. It's like uncle. Like
He's a
great- I
nepo
don't-
baby, 100%.
Oh,
But
yeah.
he
But-
calls himself the white Kanye.
Oh no.
It's really bad.
He's
not a
like the
good
white
thing.
Kanye
Doesn't
dude.
have a lot of
no.
taste.
White
He's a
Kanye would
DJ.
be a skinhead.
Yeah.
Like let's talk
Today's
about that for a
standards,
second.
yes.
Like
Yeah, but
knowing
yes.
who Kanye is now.
White Kanye is just the Grand
Skinhead.
Which,
Wizard.
by the way, thank you. Huge shout out to Jonah Hill for saving us from the Third Reich again from
Oh my
Kanye
God.
Oh
West.
my god.
Because he did talk Kanye down from his anti-Semitism. So
Holy crap.
that's good
dude.
at least.
Fuck yeah, Jonah Hill.
There's a lot of fucked up stuff in the world.
You know, I've heard some bad things about Jonah Hill lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your read on that? Did you read the thing?
I'm gonna be honest.
Kind of weird.
He can just punch women. I like
it's
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yes.
Yeah, I like Jonah Hill.
Fair enough.
I don't care what he does.
It was kind of crazy because his like surfer. I don't know if you read any of the
Yeah.
texts that he sent, but he had
did
like a
not.
surfer model girlfriend, and she was like, "I'm gonna go model and also be a surfer for like whatever surfer model."
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
was like, "I'm not comfortable with you doing that."
He's like, "These are my boundaries."
Like being in a
Yeah.
swimsuit around other people, and she
Well,
was like, "I'm literally a surfer model."
See, I don't
but
think he had.
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
I don't think it's the problem. I don't know. Obviously, we don't know
Yeah.
what
We're
happened.
not there.
But the only
Yeah.
the only thing I do know about surfers, and then also adding models into the mix of that, is just being like both of those, and having like, let's say 50% of models do cheat, right? Or
Right.
like they're promiscuous.
Yeah,
like
probably.
let's go with
If-
that.
yeah,
right?
that's probably
like,
a
I'm just
stereotype
saying.
estimate, honestly.
Obviously, that it's a stereotype.
Yeah, right.
Like I'm not. There's no real.
I'd say
basis
50%
here.
of people probably.
Yes.
honestly.
Yes.
So I don't think
Probably.
that's yeah.
At this
But
point.
what I'm saying is that like you add both those together, that number grows up.
Yeah.
I
Like,
see what you're saying.
he's
It
he's
compounds.
yes.
Well,
he's
also-
kind of a smart person. He's like, you're a little too free.
Yeah.
Like you're just you're a little too free with it.
Well, the big thing was that he was like, I'm not basically like the things that she has to do for her job. He was like, I don't want you doing that.
Yeah.
Like that was what I got.
my
from
thing
it.
was this: why are you dating this person?
Exactly.
That too. Like,
yeah,
exactly.
that's my thing.
that's where I go
But
as well.
I don't
It's like
buy
a sense
into
of
like all the
control.
shit about him being like a manipulative
Yeah, I
person.
don't
and
think
stuff.
that's-
I think he's just dumb. I think he's
Yeah.
just because look,
He's
like,
a man.
Psychology of a dude. Yep.
Boonga
Psychology of
boonga.
a
I'm
dude.
boy.
Yeah, psychology of a
Boonga
dude is
boonga.
you get into a
Boonga.
relationship, you like the person for whatever reason. Who knows? They probably
Yeah.
like met somewhere,
Yeah.
whatever, and then they're like, "Oh, actually, we're not really compatible people." And I think this is just him figuring that out.
Yeah, probably.
Like, so to me, it's like I understand the aspect of like, oh, he's using boundaries incorrectly or
Well,
whatever.
he has his own insecurities,
Well, I was
and
just
I
about-
think
that's
he's
what I was
masking
gonna
that
go
as
to.
boundaries.
Well, I think. Well, I don't know if it. I don't know. I wouldn't
Okay,
say that. I would
but
say because
also,
he's lost
let's
a lot of
flip
weight
that.
and he's doing
Hold on.
really good.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
Let's flip that. Okay.
Okay.
So he's masking his insecurity with his boundaries, right?
Okay.
So he's saying, you can't do this, you can't do that because of my boundaries. Like, I'm going to say that, right?
Right.
But imagine if, like, the situation were reversed and, like, you had some dude who was, like, really, like, friendly with a girl at work or whatever. And then the girl was like, my boundary is that you can't go spend time with her outside of work.
Oh, it totally
because
would
I
be
feel like you're gonna
double
sleep with
standard.
her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, to me, that's kind of just the same thing.
It is the same
Yeah.
thing.
So,
but
like-
I do want to say one thing about that.
What?
So going into his insecurity things, he doesn't have insecurities of himself anymore. Like he doesn't have it that way.
Well, who
he
knows?
I've seen him like talk about it
Yeah.
a few times. So like at this point, I don't think I think it's moved past that, and now it's moved to the fact that he just doesn't want anything probably to happen, like or be
Probably.
said, like, oh well, this super
Yeah,
hot
exactly.
model surfer girl is with fucking
Yeah.
Jonah Whale.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Yeah, that also is a fair point. Yeah, I was also
And I
going
think
to say.
that's
like,
I think that's where the insecurity
Yeah,
comes from.
probably.
It's because he gets really quiet and weird when people
also, it's
fucking bring
fucking
it up.
Hollywood, so
I
like
was gonna say,
everybody's cheating on everyone,
celebrity.
and everyone's
constantly.
insecure.
Yeah,
It's a tangled mess.
it is.
Jonah
Yeah.
Hill, come through, hit me up.
I'm gonna
I
say
don't
too,
know.
like Jonah Hill.
Let's talk.
He's
Let's talk about
Homie.
your body, my guy.
Yeah.
No, honestly, you've been my fucking favorite person since my grandma accidentally took me to see Superbad.
Yeah,
at
there you
like
go.
the age of 10.
Accidentally.
She did. We thought we were going to a different movie.
Which grandma?
So funny.
Michelle.
Nice. I love Michelle.
Classic. I was gonna say also
G-Ma.
he's a celebrity, so like that
Yeah.
just kind of changes the game too, as far as like news outlets and like you said, going out with
Honestly,
Jonah Whale.
Right.
Again, I'm just gonna say it. If I was that big, if I was as big as like the top celebrity, and this is what was happening, right? If I was in Jonah Hill's shoes, and you were like, I was uncomfortable with this, and you're like, I'm gonna go do this still, I'd be like, that's fine. I'm gonna fuck your mom though.
Yeah, right. He is pretty much. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the other thing is like,
Like,
the
you're-
fact that like
Like
he is living
your
like
friends,
a demigod.
your
basically.
friends can also have this life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I'm uncomfortable with something
Yeah.
and like you
I'll
and you
make
want to
you
do it, like I'm
uncomfortable.
totally okay with you going to do this. I'm totally okay with
Yeah.
you not accepting that I'm uncomfortable with it, but we're about to get real uncomfortable because your friends are moving in.
That
Just
would-
get real.
I got the money.
That would like immediately deter me away from doing whatever you didn't want me to do. Be like, okay, then fine, I'm gonna go fuck your mom, and I'd be like, all right, and I drop my purse and take off my shoes.
Sit
Just come
down.
back in.
We're watching
You just
every
use that, like,
season
no-
of
for no
Parenthood
reason.
right now.
True manipulation.
You gotta like
right
make
there.
her come in and do some really like autistic shit. Like, no, sit down. We're gonna put these Legos
Yeah.
together, okay? Or else I'm gonna
We're
have
gonna have-
sex with your mother.
But I
We're
feel like
also
that's
gonna have Cocomelon on the TV.
yeah, but I feel like that's like what happens in Hollywood.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
Probably.
you, like
regular people
so- yeah.
become famous and like,
and then
have,
shit goes to the 10th
and then everybody's
degree.
like, wait a minute, they're not perfect.
Yeah,
what?
what?
A
Yeah.
human being.
Also, like,
Holy shit.
didn't somebody like leak his like texts and stuff?
Yeah, that was
yeah.
her.
Yeah,
it was her. It was his
Wow.
ex-girlfriend.
Like, I feel
did
like
it.
that's so fucked.
It's
like,
just
I
because
can't imagine what would happen.
They're
like,
just trying to get him. He pissed her off. So
Yeah.
she's probably just like, well, fuck you.
no, I'm just saying, like, I can't imagine being in a world where that's a possibility all the time.
Yep.
I would hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
just
fuck-
no
You'd be-
privacy.
you
It
would
makes
just
no
be
privacy.
It makes a
no
lot of
control
sense
over your life.
when we hear
Yeah.
people paying people off
Well,
to get
Yeah,
get their
exactly.
shit back.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Adam Levine and that supermodel. My God,
Oh, wait.
your body.
Wait,
is-
the whole thing about him cheating and being
Yeah,
a
but
cornball.
Oh,
she
yeah.
released
He was a
the
huge
DMs.
cornball, yeah.
Yeah, and he was. Can I name my son after you or my daughter your name? Like,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
that shit's crazy. But
Well, I mean,
again, I'm like,
first of all,
something,
that's just
something.
weird.
Obviously, something
Yeah.
provoked this. Both situations, either an argument
Yeah,
or
they got pissed
blackmail
off for some
or
reason.
That's the
something
thing,
happened.
We're never going to know the context for any
Yeah.
of these
Bro,
celebrity.
it's the
Again,
elitists,
Jonah Hill,
so-
hit me up. Let's
Well,
talk.
I also just want to mention too, like, you have that aspect going on right now where it's like, you know how like in people talk about like how the victors write history or whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
The problem with like celebrity media shit is that the people who actually like leak stuff are people who have a legit vendetta against a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you never have any fucking. There's
Real.
cases where it makes sense, like the
Yes.
one with like Justin Roiland, where it was like literally he
Oh my
was just
God,
straight
yeah.
up like definitely doing what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like there's other ones like this one. It's like okay, well it could be innocuous given the context of the relationship.
Yes.
So it's like who knows? We have no
Ooh,
clue.
I have no idea
In
what
my
she-
opinion,
what
like
was she
none of the
like?
data's worth
Yeah,
it.
right.
Like it's all invalid.
It's worth about the amount you pay for your copy of People magazine.
That's
right.
right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, and another
That's
thing
a
too.
Great point.
That's
Yeah.
interesting about Jonah Hill is that he just came out with like a documentary about
A very
with, like,
weird
the
documentary.
Psychiatrist. I think he's a
was good,
psychiatrist
though.
or a psychologist, Phil Stutz.
Yeah.
And I actually have one of his books. It's called The Tools.
Yeah.
And I read it because my therapist mentioned it to me, or she brought it up, and I was like, oh, cool. But like someone who's very confusing. So obviously we're all just missing a piece of the context of
exactly.
their relationship.
We're also hearing it like fifth hand.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
Like it's just
well,
being
she got
rewritten.
to control the narrative. She
Yep.
released everything.
Well, I'm
so.
just saying, like, yeah, but the text messages, if they're not doctored, we live in the world of doctor
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point.
You could literally create AI text messages.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
You
I
can
can
literally
go-
make it look like Jonah Hill texted you
Yep.
right now. If you
Yep.
wanted to.
If I wanted
Guys,
to.
Jonah Hill!
So
In fact,
that's
let's do that on the social media.
Yep. And
We
let's-
should do that
yeah.
and be like, hey, I would like to come on the podcast.
I will. We
And
should.
then tweet it at him.
Yeah.
Just AI generate his voice.
You should do that.
Bro, deep fake his voice.
Yeah, we could deep fake. We could just deep fake him.
I don't think we should do that.
He's like, oh, what
But
the
yeah, we
fuck?
should definitely do the
would be
AI
funny, dude.
text. We'll do the AI text. That'd
Like,
be
Jonah, when are you going to follow up?
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you coming on the podcast?
Bro, when you
bro?
coming through?
When you come in, when are you flying out here?
We have to figure out like what celebrity we could do that to and they would actually like react and come actually get on the podcast.
Cody Cohen,
Jonah
Will
Hill.
Miller.
Meh, maybe. Actually, yeah, that's
Who?
that's a good one.
Cody Cohen and Will Miller.
Oh, we should do that.
I would talk their ears off
Or-
about Love Island.
That would
Maybe
never
Brittany
happen.
I know, right? Same.
Fun.
Because everybody's
Well,
trying to
plus one.
replicate them. Everybody's just trying to do what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Well, they're nailing it.
Right.
On their
I do really like the Meat Canyon
speaking
one.
of
though.
Yeah.
them, Oh Me Canyon is so funny.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I feel like Cody and Noelle have like pretty good chemistry, but I feel like in the past couple of years, like maybe the last 2 years, it's kind of like fallen off.
I wouldn't
Like I don't know if they just like ran out of
Production value
things.
went up though.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's like,
totally.
It's like an inverse
But
thing.
it's
I
funny
think it's
because
just-
hold on, let me
yeah.
finish my sentence. So Noelle does his thing with Meat Canyon, like they have their own
Yeah.
separate podcast, and then Cody, he has his own, but he has guests. And my favorite guest that he's had is Brittany Broski because she's so
Yes.
funny. But them
Yeah.
together, I'm like, oh, this is what I've wanted. Like it just
Yeah.
itched,
Yep.
something in my brain. And then I watch Cody in a while. I'm like, that's just sometimes they have really funny moments,
Yes.
but I feel like as of late, it's just they're not really funny
Well, talking about
anymore
Love Island.
together.
They have a trillion
Except for
irons
Love
in the
Island.
fire, though, so that's the problem.
Absolutely.
It'd be like a trillion irons in the fire. It'd be
Oh,
like
yeah.
if
Yes.
this podcast blew up and my game blows up, and then
Yeah.
we were like, let's shoot
Continue
the
to do
podcast.
this.
Like you and I showing up together. It's like I'd have 15 minutes.
And
You know
just
what I
think
mean?
about like the amount of time they spend together doing. So at this
That's
point,
all,
even
yeah.
previously,
How many hours of podcasts have
Yeah.
they shot
Right.
together?
Yeah, and that's why at
Absolutely.
this
That's
point, it's
also
just- it
not
could just be
counting what's
stale to
edited
them
out.
at this point.
Could be, and that could be why they're obviously branching off and doing different podcasts. But they just got rid of Trillionaire Mindset, which I don't
Yeah.
think was them. I think it was from more of like an investor standpoint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that kind of sucked because they're funny. Ben and
Yeah.
Emil, they're really funny.
Yes.
Which yeah, I don't know why they decided to not renew the contract with that podcast, but they just went
Probably
off
just
and made
wasn't-
their own.
Probably just not
Hey, thanks.
drawing enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, the two of them. So like Noelle and Meat Canyon have really good chemistry, while Cody and Meat Canyon kind of don't. And then Cody and Brittany have really good chemistry, but Noelle and Brittany don't.
Okay.
I think actually Brittany gets a little bit more defensive with Noelle because Noelle's very like matter of fact,
Yeah.
kind of deadpan in his humor, and Brittany doesn't really like respond that well to it. I don't know.
Oh, so
but like
she
watching,
sucks.
no,
we used to listen to them when they would talk about Love Island a lot.
yes,
Margaret was
Yeah.
they had their
there for a
own
while.
separate little Love Island
Yeah.
reviewing podcast, and it was so funny.
The one
'Cause
where they were wearing like the suit.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
dude, that's so funny.
so good.
I
Come
really-
in.
their special or whatever you made me watch.
Oh, they're
Those are really good.
they do like a live show
Yeah.
every once in a
Yes,
while.
I've seen that.
Those
yeah.
are really good.
When Rob and I
Kinda
first
like when,
started dating, they
That
did one.
Pay Money Wubby does his.
Oh, okay.
yeah, those are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
That's where the real shit comes out. I
Like the
want to do
media
one.
share?
We should do one.
a live show.
We could do it at my dad's.
We don't have people that would watch.
Well, one day.
that would
Doesn't
pay to
matter.
watch
We could just put it out on YouTube.
You know what people
Doesn't
are watching
matter.
live that boggles my mind are those AI lives on TikTok.
Oh my God,
Have you
yes.
seen those?
No.
Yes.
They're trying to be
Don't
like
fucking
AI
know.
bots.
It's
and
weird.
Like,
They're trying to be like an
think
NPC.
it's like,
Yes.
for the,
They
it's
get
like,
it.
Doing the
Yeah.
Barbie thing.
they're
I
like-
I know what
Yes.
you're talking about. Yes.
I know what you're talking about now.
oh, I just
Weird.
I looked
Hi.
at them and then yeah, exactly. I'm like, this
Thank you,
Yeah, I don't
Cowboy.
understand that.
cowboy.
Rose.
People are making a ton of money doing that though. It's insane.
Oh yeah.
See, I would do if I did that. I would have one like because it's all like what you tip, right? Like
Yeah.
you tip
Absolutely.
it, and then like they say like
Yeah.
whatever it is. I would have one that was just like, it would trigger like me to be like, Bush did 9/11, like look directly into the camera,
no.
like Bush did 9/11, but like only do that intermittently so people could do it like 5 times
Yeah, like
and it wouldn't happen.
set up your room so it gets really dark and the light hits you and you're like,
even now.
just like nightmare.
Evil seed of what you've done
Well, the nice thing about
germinates
Cody-
within you.
the nice thing about Cody and Noel's live shows is that they have like guests, like they have people come on and they like do specials, like
Yeah.
I think this last one they did like a wrestling, like WWE style
Yes.
type of
Love WWE.
wrestling like thing. Yeah, brother. Hold on, and so let me
Good
finish my
impression.
thought.
I just want to point out before you finish your thought, I have been quite quiet on this.
You
one.
have,
Yes, yeah.
you have, but I see you.
Hold on.
I see.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Wait.
Wait. All right, what were you
All
going
right,
to say?
yeah, keep going.
Annie, were you silent
know,
or
honestly-
were you silenced?
See, now we're at this point where I don't remember what I was going to say. So.
You were talking about how they had a WWE special thing they did. and-
Oh yeah, and they would have guests come on, and they would also drink heavily.
Yeah.
So it was just, I don't know. Those are always really well done, but it's because they do other things. Where if it's just
Your toesy woesies. That's because you went and got your
She painted her toenails.
Wednesday. She went and get a mani pedi or whatever. I
On
forgot.
on many pets.
Cute.
just a pedicure.
Last weekend they were
It's
pink.
blue. They'd be blue
gee.
and sparkly. Anyways, what were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Hulk Hogan.
We were just
Oh,
talking-
Hulk
we were
Hogan.
listening to Theo Von talk to Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
So first thing,
brother.
I couldn't fucking understand a thing that dude
yeah,
said.
no, he's.
Do you want to know my initial reaction? I was like, "Oh, it sounds like your dad."
Yeah, she's like, it sounds like, like no, my dad pronunciates a little bit
Yeah, a
better
little
than
bit
that.
better
He
than
does.
Hulk Hogan.
Punctuation's
He
a
does.
little better.
He has a similar voice though.
Yes.
As your dad.
Yeah, my dad does go, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Like
just
a
listen-
guttural B.
Did you?
Yeah.
You guys have listened to most of the episodes, right?
Of what?
Of this podcast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
did you listen to the mom episode that I have?
I have. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so my dad was texting me the other day when I was over at her house, and she's like, he was just sending me random shit. Here,
Yeah.
I'll show you really quick because I thought
We
it
were
was
talking
really,
shit
I
about it.
thought it was really funny. I was like,
With
'cause
Trish.
I was hoping he just wouldn't listen to the episode,
Yeah.
but he did.
Nah.
I love that he did.
I do too.
He probably
because-
has time like when he's working or whatever.
Yeah, he goes. Oh fuck! What was it? He just texts me randomly. He goes, the movie with Keanu is Constantine. I am a brick shit house and a legend. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, you like you didn't? Yeah, there's no
And
context.
then he sends you another and goes, oh yeah, we were two hotties with hard bodies.
That's so funny.
He's like, I'm listening to the mom podcast.
I love
go-
your dad,
I
dude.
go,
Mom pod?
shit, dude, I'm so sorry. We rip you a new one. he goes,
His dad is
He
awesome.
goes, no problem. You can talk shit about me.
Are you gonna have him on, dude? You got to have him on.
Oh
We
yeah,
have to
he's
have him on.
after you guys.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
You're gonna have to edit like 2/3 of everything out, but it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually have to be
Oh
like
my
dad.
God, yeah.
Mom pod, dad pod,
Pa!
Don't do that.
Bobby.
the pop pod. I like it.
The pom pod.
Hey, Bobby. That's your
But
granddad. Hey, Bobby.
is there anything else
That does
that we
sound like
want to jump into, or
No.
I think we covered everything: hot dogs, credit cards, Henry's
No.
game,
yeah, I think,
podcasts.
I think
reality
this,
TV. That's
what-
all there is.
I think we're
In
hitting
this
our
life,
time.
yeah.
So
Yes.
All right.
all right. So who wants to do us out?
I'll say thank.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Margaret on the podcast.
We like-
Me too.
We like
This
the
is a
Henry
good place to
Margaret
giggle.
podcast. Yeah.
I also, actually, I do want to go into one thing before we get off. Like I always do.
Dive
I
in,
always
my guy.
do. Let's leave. We hit our time.
Yeah, it's because we're from
I-
the Midwest.
Midwest divide.
Yeah, I know, right? You got to do the fucking.
So true.
God damn it.
Even to the
But I
pod.
really
So true.
like, really like the dynamic of 4/2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do really like that.
Yeah.
Having an extra person.
Yeah, you got to at least have one extra person because otherwise it's just like back and forth.
I think we do a pretty good job.
Well,
but-
sometimes
sure do.
it's sometimes we're really good when we haven't like talked to each other in a couple
Yeah.
days, and we have
Get
like
that
a
fresh
lot of things
content.
to talk
Yeah.
about.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, yeah,
that
like
we-
the
what-
one where we did the so good.
That was really
like
good.
that one
That-
was so
I had a
good
lot of
because
fun
we
doing it.
hadn't done it for like a month.
Yeah.
so we had like so much to talk.
the last one that we did, I personally, that wasn't my favorite one.
that was like at 11:00 at
But
night in my own apartment.
I was just trying to. I was like, we can't go another fucking month. So
Yeah.
we have to do another one.
I had this
Yep.
problem with our social media page. Like,
Yeah.
we didn't post for a while because I had stuff going on, and then I was like, I have to fucking post something.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay.
We got to figure out ours too.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Especially
should-
on social
we-
media, so embarrassing.
We
though.
literally. So I just want to start posting posting more stuff, like you were
Yeah.
saying. Like we could totally do the AI Jonah Hill thing. I think that's a great
That's how
idea.
you get
I'm gonna tweet
notification.
it
The way to do it.
I want to do it.
Yep.
Then tweet at him.
My only
I am gonna tweet it at
recommendation
him, too.
is to find somebody that, because if it's just you two, or if I'm involved too, like I don't think any of us really have a lot of time to do social media. This is my problem with the game. Is like
Yep.
we need a social media person,
Yeah, I've been thinking, I've
and
been
not
looking.
Margaret, because Margaret
I've
has
been
a
looking.
job where she does
Yeah.
social media.
Little busy.
I've been
Said
looking.
no thanks.
I'll talk to you about it after the podcast.
Let's talk about it after the podcast.
Well,
right.
follow Henry's.
Yep. Yeah, give your
Game
shout out to
account.
your stuff really quick.
Yeah, so the game's called Through the Stars, and it's Leighton Arcana.
.com.
LatenTentarcana.com.
My guy.
And it's on itch.io. So if you just go on itch.io, which is itch.io, and you can just search Through the Stars and you will find it there.
Yeah, play his game.
Yeah, play the game, or at least download it and check it out. And actually, we're going to go, probably in the near future, we're going to be on Twitch on Danger Sense, which is Danger Sense, and then TTV.
They might be on YouTube by that point. Insider info.
Also on YouTube, yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh. Me and Mitch are kind of tight. What can I say?
Yes.
What can I say?
Well, that's it for the day. And also listen to Mortal Idiots podcast.
Yeah, listen to the podcast.
Yes.
Fucking
Support the
come into your
pod.
home.
Also, if you're in Uruguay or Paraguay or wherever it was, like,
Thank you,
huge shout
specifically.
out to you. I don't know if you can understand us at all.
but we love that you're listening.
Yeah.
Listen to a bunch of idiots talk.
Gracias or something.
Gracias.
All right.
Bonjour.
All right. We always say bye.
Okay. Bye.